Sanctus has been going now for around 9 to 10 years. We've changed very much over the years in terms of what we do, but our ethos has always remained the same, and that's if you're hungry, we'll feed you. That was our very first value, and love all, serve all. So anybody can come to Sanctus, and that is still the case. We started out primarily for rough sleepers, but these days we are open to anyone in the community that suffers financial hardship, addiction, poor mental health, anything that means someone is isolated on the periphery of the community, has nowhere to go to get support or food, or just needs to come and have some company of some like-minded people. I've been involved in Sanctus for around 7 years. I started off as a volunteer when it was very, very small. I worked at the university, working with student volunteers and trying to get them into roles. So I came to Sanctus for the very first time, and as I walked through the door, one of our older guys offered me to make me a cup of tea and started chatting to me, and from that moment on I was really sold, and I felt like I'd come home and this is where I wanted to be. So within a year or so I became a trustee and worked in a volunteering capacity, but giving advice and some guidance, getting involved in the day-to-day running of the cafe as it was then, and eventually also becoming a member of the staff team alongside my trustee role, and becoming the support hub manager at Sanctus. So coming up for a year ago we opened the support hub. We've expanded our team massively over the last couple of years. We're still a small, cosy charity that very much does grassroots work, but we've been able to employ people that have some lived experience of homelessness and addiction. We've got people from different backgrounds and walks of life, so that we know that we're not just doing it from our hearts, but we're also doing it from a place of knowledge and wisdom as well. So the types of things that we do at Sanctus is obviously our cafe service, and with lockdown at the moment that involves a 1 hour takeaway service where people can get a hot dinner every day, and a sort of food bank type affair where they can take food that's been donated from local cafes and from local supermarkets who we partner with, and they can take that food away and a hot drink every day. And then also they can use our support provision. Obviously what we can do during lockdown is different, or we offer the same service but in a different way at the moment, sort of during the COVID period. So a lot of what we do now is either telephone support, and that's largely the case, or it takes place online via Zoom meetings, or we can do a socially distanced meeting in our backyard at the end of a very long table under a gazebo, if that's what we have to do to get the information we need from someone. But under normal circumstances we offer counselling, hypnotherapy and Reiki, various mental health interventions such as The Journey. We work alongside all of the other local organisations such as Chess and Helping Hands and Peabody, and the other on-the-ground voluntary organisations that support rough sleepers, so that we all have a uniformed approach to not just sustaining people whilst they're on the streets or whilst they're vulnerable, but very much helping them to move forward with their life, whether that's tenancy sustainment, which is very much my role at the moment, sourcing people properties through housing associations and the council who we work very closely with, also a mentoring service, filling in any forms that they may need support with for benefits, for personal independent payments. We can offer advocacy alongside them in court, attend social work meetings, pretty much anything that you could think of that would mean offering practical advice and support to a homeless person or to a vulnerable person, then we will find a way to do that. And the fact that we're a non-statutory service, that we are a grassroots charity, means that we are in a fortunate position in some ways that we can work in creative ways to solve people's problems and to help put them onto the right path for a brighter future.